All right. So first off, welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for hopping on here tonight. I'm super excited to be co-hosting with Sherry and Rachel. My name is also Rachel. Basically, we like to do these things because we have partnered with a company whose mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. So that's why we're doing this call tonight. Rachel invited you on here because she loves you and cares about you and wants to share the good news with you. So to kind of get started, a little bit about me. I am 23 years old. I'm from Murfreesboro. I just graduated with my bachelor's degree in nutrition and food science, and I currently nanny, I teach bar, and I own my own healthy living franchise. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of jump into my health story and share what that's looked like for me over the past few years. So mine kind of started as a sophomore in college. I just moved out of my parents' house and kind of got a taste of college life and started going out way too much, neglecting my health. I was not paying attention to what I was eating. I was not exercising anymore. So I kind of fell off. I was putting on some weight. I was sick constantly and just didn't feel good, and I was ready for change. So that's when Sherry came to me and asked if I wanted to do a 10-day health reset with her, which is what we call the Shred 10. So we do this monthly, and it's 10 days of focused nutrition where you kind of cut out the bad stuff and incorporate as many whole foods as you can, which we do with the help of our whole food products, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But so these 10 days were during my final exams, where in years past I would get sick after finals because my immune system would just completely crash after the stress, the eating junk food, the staying up late, caffeine, the whole 9 yards. And I finished the shred. I finished my finals. I did not get sick, which just spoke volumes to me. It just kind of started as the perfect catalyst to my health journey. So it's been 2 years since then that I've been doing the shred and taking these whole food products. And I can say that I've not been to the doctor for a sick visit. I lost the weight that I had put on. I feel 100% more energized than I did. And flashing back to when I was a sophomore in college and even a freshman, I had a pillow and a blanket in the back of my car, and I would nap in my car between classes because I was so incredibly fatigued because I was not taking care of myself. And as a 20-year-old college student, you should not have to rely on a nap every day to get you through your day. So that kind of opened my eyes up. So that's kind of my health journey with these products and this mission. With that being said, I'll go ahead and tell you about the products themselves. So what we have are whole food capsules, which contain 30 different vine-ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries, which I have with me. I'll show you. We have our fruits, vegetables, and then our berries, and each of these have 10 different plants in them. So the berries, for example, have stuff like raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, elderberry, which is a super hot topic right now, and come flu season, everyone wants the elderberry syrup because they are so high in antioxidants. But with this, you get it every single day, along with 29 other fruits, vegetables, and berries. So these have been huge in my health journey, and they actually have a nutrition label. They don't have a supplement label, so they're safe for any age. They are just absolutely incredible. So those are the whole food capsules. We also have a vegan omega. So I'm sure all of you have heard about fish oil capsules and that sort of thing. So with this, you'll get those same nutrients, but you completely skip the fish because Juice Plus went in and found out that fish actually get their omegas from the algae that they eat. So they surpassed the fish, went straight to the algae. So you don't have those nasty fishy burps or fish breath. So those are awesome. They actually taste like raspberry and pomegranate. So I think that's a lot better than nasty fish. But and then we also have our shakes, our whole food shakes. So they're completely vegan, gluten-free. They have the same glycemic index as a cup of broccoli. So your blood sugar is not going to spike and then plummet like it would if you ate a donut for breakfast. It's going to kind of keep you sustained for a few hours when you drink that. And they also have around 20 different plants in them. So you can get 20 different plants, stuff like mushroom powder, spirulina, radish sprout, broccoli sprout, quinoa, stuff like that in an 8-ounce shake. And I know me saying all those plants might scare you away from this, but they are actually delicious. They don't taste earthy or chalky or anything like that. So they are absolutely amazing. This is what I put in all my smoothies and smoothie bowls. So those are awesome. We have the same fruits, vegetables, and berries also in gummy form. So if you're not a big capsule taker, the gummies are delicious. And then we have protein bars and a tower garden, which is a vertical garden that is completely aeroponic. So the roots are hanging inside of it. Water comes up and trickles down. Mine's in my garage right now. I've got grow lights going. So I'm going to have salad greens to put on my salad all year round. And you don't have to worry about buying romaine from the store and getting E. coli. So you know it's organic, you know where it's coming from. But those are our products. What I think is so special about it is we don't have like 30 different products to choose from. We have 5, and they are just whole foods. It's not these crazy supplements with a bunch of added chemicals, and sometimes you don't even know what's inside of them. So I think it's cool that we just have 5 that we know are safe, and they're all third-party tested, NSF certified, so they're great for athletes or anything like that. No foreign chemicals or anything. So with all of that being said, I'm going to ask that Rachel share what these products and this lifestyle has done for her over the past few years. So Rachel.
Okay, sure. My turn. Awesome. So weird to actually talk on one of these things. Normally I just listen. So first off, thanks for being here. I know that most of you are invited by me, plus my 2 best friends are in the room currently right now. You can't see them, but they are there. Other Rachel says hi, by the way. But yes, they are here. They're listening to me. They're supporting me, and I really appreciate that support. So I'm going to say that my health journey, or at least my journey towards better health, started, I would say actually about a year ago, around this time. I had just stopped playing soccer after a 15-year-long span of being an athlete, always playing sports on and off season. I had stopped. I had decided that it was no longer mentally or emotionally healthy for me. Rachel didn't really touch on this, but she talked about her job in the hospital, how it was a very toxic environment for her and how she just didn't want to be there. It was miserable for her. That was kind of soccer for me, something that I had loved my entire life, kind of just went to crud, like in such a short period of time. I wasn't loving it anymore. And so I decided that I wanted to stop. And stopping collegiate sports was the hardest thing I probably ever had to do, giving up something that I know that I once loved to do nothing but school was insanely weird for me. So actually about into my sophomore year, going into my junior year, I had put on about 20 pounds. We had no idea why. I was still playing sports. I was still very active, but we kind of just realized it's not all about exercise, because I was putting tons and tons of stuff into my body that was unhealthy because I was eating at the very world-renowned college cafeteria. And my friends are laughing because they're like, yeah, whatever. I was, constant carbs on carbs on carbs, just stuff that was so processed, frozen, not fresh. I ate almost nothing good for me, I can probably say. I didn't have a kitchen. I couldn't cook. I was in a very tiny dorm room. So that I was eating terrible things for me all the time. And I do believe that is probably where a lot of the weight gain came from. So after I stopped playing soccer, I experienced almost no time of difference, really. I was still feeling, the same as I had always been feeling. And then about November of last year, I started getting sick constantly. Not just like every once in a while, like every 6 months or so. It was at least once or twice a month. And it wasn't like just real quick, like sniffle nose. I was in my bed. I was miserable, most likely fighting off some kind of fever, at least 1 or 2 days. I was miserable. And I, uh, and so about February of last year, I had gotten a very bad case of the flu that took almost everything completely out of me. I mean, literally, I was in my bed for 4 or 5 days. Um, I had to miss going to Nashville Symphony with my friends because I could barely move. The only reason I would get up out of my bed was to go sit in the shower because my face was so filled with like just tons and tons of stuff that was like the only place that I could possibly ever even breathe. And I did that at least 3 times a day. I would just go sit in the shower with the steam and all that, and it was terrible. So finally after that, my fever broke. I got semi-better. I was never fully better after that for a really long time until someone in my family, my grandmother-in-law, I talked to her and I'd posted on Facebook. I was like, I need help. I don't know what's going on and my immune system is terrible. I need something. Like, what do I eat? Like, what do I need? Somebody like help me out. And I had multiple responses, Juice Plus, just all this stuff that was just, and constant reviews. So me being very skeptical, I did the research and I was like, there's nothing negative about this stuff online. You can't find anything negative about this stuff online because all it is positive stuff. So finally I was like, all right, well, I can't afford this. So my grandmother-in-law was wonderful enough to buy it for me, which was really awesome because she had actually been taking it. And so she was wonderful enough to do that for me. So I started taking it. After about a month of taking it, I witnessed a very large difference, not necessarily in my weight because it's not really a weight loss thing, but in my energy, in my ability to be able to go an entire day without a nap because I love naps more than almost anything in the whole world. And I just witnessed like this craving for healthier food. Instead of like going and getting pasta or a corn dog or whatever, I would go to the salad bar. I'd get fruit. I'd get apples, things like that. And I could really see that. And I like noticed one day that I could actually like breathe through my nose fully, which was really weird because I hadn't been able to do that in like 4 months. And so that set me on this journey of like, this stuff is the real deal. This stuff is important. And ever since then, I've been taking it. I worked at a summer camp for 10 weeks with snotty, like not like snotty like me, like snotty like kids who were sick all the time. And they were sick constantly. Multiple counselors got sick and were out for a few days. I never got sick. I was in a non-ventilated cabin with ages 7 through 18 for 10 weeks straight, and I never once got sick. I had more energy. I was able to withstand the heat, withstand all of that, the fatigue, because of this product. And it helped me so much. And everyone was like, Rachel, like, why aren't you sick? How are you not sick? And I was like, well, let me tell you, I'll tell you all about it. And so not long ago, I follow the wonderful Rachel Jones on social media. And I just responded to one of her social media stories. And I told her, I said, look, what you're doing is super awesome. And I just want you to know how much I know you're passionate about this and how you definitely inspire other women, which is, I know what she wants to do, and she does. And I said, I think it's really awesome. You've inspired me multiple days to drink more water or to go exercise when I need it, to get more sleep. I love seeing like the Shred 10 stuff. She posted one last month where I was literally amazed. I don't know who it was, but I was amazed at this transformation. I was like, that's absolutely insane. So I contacted her and I just told her how amazing it was. No, idea that I would start being in this business. Just wanted to relay it to her. And she just asked me, have you ever thought about the business side of Juice Plus? And I was like, no, no, I haven't. And from that, it started rolling, and I started really being like, I'm someone who has experienced this firsthand, just like Sherry, just like Rachel, just like thousands, of other women who can justify this. And I said, I want to at least try to help others make a difference, to see that your goal health is doable. And it's not from not eating. It's not from trying to kill yourself all the time. It's from putting things in your body that your body craves and that your body was meant to have. So that was truly my turning point, and that's what has led us all here, thankfully. And that's that's what Juice Plus has done for me. And I just hope that it does the same for tons of other people to come. So I'll pass back to Rachel.
Actually, I'm going to jump in here. So thank you. That was awesome. And I'm glad I remembered to unmute myself. I didn't know a lot of those things about you. I knew little snippets of it, but that was definitely really great to hear. So I am Sherry Snyder. I'm actually going to be Rachel Jones's mother-in-law in the very near future. And I have been taking Juice Plus now for 5 years. And at the time when we got started, you might be able to relate to some of this. I was on the parenting end, but you maybe remember this growing up too, of a lot of fast food, processed canned items, Chef Boyardee, pretty much a couple nights a week. And my kids were very picky. So we got started to help with their sports performance. And what I didn't realize is that we were really a sick family. And since starting Juice Plus, we've actually eliminated a lot of the things that we suffered from on a very regular basis. So my kids always had strep throat and ear infections and sinus infections. I suffered from chronic headaches and migraines. My husband had arthritis. There were so many different things that we had all experienced. And once we started taking Juice Plus, a lot of that stuff started to dissipate. And it was a really nice feeling for me as a mom, but I know my kids started feeling better, and that was great for them as well. Rachel, well, both Rachels, but Rachel just mentioned a little bit about the business opportunity when Rachel Jones asked her. And I want to talk about that just really briefly. It's kind of a no-brainer situation. The reason I said yes was because it's $50 a year to own your own business. And I know even a broke college student can afford $50 a year, because we all spend money on things that we don't even realize we're spending money on, because it's just part of our little habits and either daily or weekly rituals. But for me, I needed product for so many people. And what it's done a lot of things for my family financially. Speaking to college students that are listening on here, my two oldest boys, one's pretty much out of school. Rachel's fiance is a professional baseball player, so he still has a semester left, but I went to school at Vanderbilt. And my middle child, Spencer, is a junior at Mississippi State. And right now, both of them are debt-free. And it's because of my Juice Plus income. So as you are thinking about, do I need to do something extra? I've already got so much to do. If you can just make actually anywhere from like $200 to several $1,000s a month to help pay off student loans or not have that crazy amount of debt, it's definitely worth a $50 investment and just giving it a try. I know this is not something that y'all are thinking about because of your age, but maybe someone else who will watch this recording, it'll resonate with them. I've been a stay-at-home mom for most of 17 years with a few jobs. In the meantime, I quit my career 17 years ago when my youngest, which are twins, were born. But my husband just, surprise, surprise, went to work one day and they eliminated his job about a year ago. And to be able to pick up that slack so we didn't have to move was huge. But our company is an incredible company to work for. They truly believe in taking care of their people. Rachel mentioned at the very beginning, our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And that's exactly what we do. And we start from, actually with anybody from babies and infants and pregnant mamas all the way to the elderly. It's something that is safe for everyone. So if you're going to take anything at all, you definitely want to make sure that, one, is it safe for people who are pregnant? Is it safe for babies? And is it safe for people with cancer? And if whatever it is that you're putting into your body, you answer no to one of those 3 questions, then it really isn't safe for anyone to be doing it. And I am very happy to say that with Juice Plus, it's completely safe. Our company not only is about healthy living, but it's also about healthy giving. We're the biggest sponsor for the St. Jude Marathon. We do a program where we put the Tower Gardens that Rachel Jones mentioned in every Boys and Girls Club across the United States for free, which is huge because they develop programs to help, for example, some inner city kids develop careers that they would never have experienced, like in the culinary arts field. Teaching, it's just an incredible thing that they're doing. And we're also providing 1 million meals across the country with our Juice Plus Complete Shakes that Rach also mentioned. So it's an amazing company with a great mission, and it's risk-free. We are debt-free. Juice Plus has been around for 48 years. The product is 25 years old. We actually started with things like smoke detectors and air filters and water filters. So we've always been in the industry of helping other people. I just want to say really quickly too that the business has great income potential. I mentioned whether you want to just make enough money to offset the product that you're purchasing for yourself, or if you want to go all the way to the top, which is only 7 steps to get to the top of our plan that we have, you have full benefits as well. So I know some of you are approaching that age where you get cut off of your parents' insurance, and that can be a little scary. Or maybe you have something else in mind where you're someone who's just really loving the idea of like doing mission work, or not being tied to a 9-to-5 job, so you don't have corporate benefits. Well, this is a stay-at-home career with corporate benefits. And that's huge. And again, you may not be thinking about that in your early 20s, but again, if anybody's hearing this, that's my age. It is a huge thing. I just know that when my husband retires, I want him to be able to do that and us to have that insurance and not have to worry about things as we get older. But Rachel Jones, if you want to share just really quick, I know Rachel also mentioned a little bit about your unpopular job that you had, but if you would like to talk really quickly about your career change, that would be great.
Sure. So when I jumped in using the products and doing the Shred program, I kind of jumped into the business too. Like I said, I majored in nutrition and food science. So this is kind of my passion anyways. And I knew I wanted to help people and I wanted to work in nutrition. So I got both of those with this. So at the time I was a sophomore in college. I was working at a hospital as a dietary aide, which studying nutrition, you need dietary experience. And it was the most toxic work environment, like Rachel mentioned. I won't get into details about it, but I just had zero passion going into that job. After working there for 3 years, I knew I didn't want to work there the rest of my life. So I would go to work, come home, kind of work my side business, which was through Juice Plus, and finally was able to get my Juice Plus paycheck up to match my hospital paycheck. And that same week, I turned in my 2 weeks at the hospital, and it was just the biggest victory because I was finally able to leave that toxic work environment and still make the same amount of money, but I was helping people. And what's awesome about this business is your paycheck is a direct reflection of lives changed, and that just meant so much more to me. I knew that I wasn't working to chase someone else's dream, but I was actually had the ability to dream and build my own dreams and help people along the way. So that's kind of what the business has done for me. And like Sherry said, there's no like minimums or quotas. You work at your own pace. So as a college student, it was great to be able to work at my own pace and then have the ability to speed it up once I was able to leave that job. And it's also great to join the business because you can offset the prices on your own products. So you can make couple hundred a month, you can make thousands a month, you can work at totally at your own pace. So that has been just awesome. And I know, Rachel, you mentioned a little bit about why you wanted to do the business. I didn't know if there was anything else you wanted to add to that, but.
Sure, I can add a little bit. realistically, in my life, I have unfortunately experienced some extreme, as a female in this world, insecurity is a huge thing that unfortunately like circles all of social media. So I was really tired of constantly feeling bad about what I looked like, who I was, that kind of thing. And Rachel inspired this a lot. Like she's gonna like be like, oh no, I didn't, but she did. Like, she really just sets this example as, you know, you don't have to be a size 0 to love yourself. You know, when you give your body what it needs, that's when you love yourself, and your body will love you for that, which I thought was super awesome. And even though, you know, I will definitely still struggle with that mentality of this is what I'm supposed to look like, I know that I can reach that goal with this business, with what I'm taking, with what I choose to put in my body. And that is so hard for me. Caroline and Parker both know I love soft pretzels, and I love nacho cheese, and I love all of that. And every time we go to the movie, I look at Parker, I say, I want the 1.5 pound pretzel. No one should ever have a 1.5 pound pretzel in their entire life, but I did. And I'm sure we'll probably still do every once in a while. But, you know, the business side of this, I'm a college student. I have an internship right now. It is my last semester. And money is hard. Money is hard, and this is something that I get to do that doesn't pressure me. It doesn't make me feel like, you know, I need to be on top of it. That it's just another drudgery thing. This is something that I know works, and not just for me, not just for certain body types. Not for it. This works for everybody because our bodies are designed to take in this product, to take in this whole food nutrition that Juice Plus offers. So this works for literally everybody. This is not exclusive to certain people. And so that's something else that I love about this business is, you know, it offers such a wide variety of solutions to your body only in 5 products. Which is insane because, you know, even like skincare stuff, you have to buy like 7 different products for it to work. Well, this stuff works on skin too. And yeah, whatever on this. So, that's what's really awesome about this is it allows you to be you, and it allows you to love yourself through what you put in your body. And that's a lot of the reason that I wanted it on the business side of this, because I wanted other people to realize that too, who have gone through what I've gone through with insecurity and with self-image and that kind of thing, to realize that it will get better if you work at it. So that's kind of what I wanted to say about that.
That is incredible. I love your vulnerability and your transparency. I will be 48 in 14 days, 15, I don't even know, today's the 4th. 15 days, I will be 48 years old, and I suffered from a lot of insecurities, the majority of, well, all through school and part of my adult life. And I was never brave enough to admit it because I was always afraid that if I admitted it, then it made it real. And actually, when you admit it, you find out that it's not true. So I just really want to commend you for your bravery and vulnerability on it. And you have absolutely no reason at all to feel those ways. But I understand. And it's when you said it, it was like, oh my gosh, here's one more reason why this community is so powerful. And that's what I'd like to close us with tonight. We've heard about a tremendous product that has 37 studies that have been, or that are out there that are peer reviewed in gold standard journals. There's at least 4 or 5 more in the works right now. It is safe. It is real. It is true. There are no gimmicks. It's fruits and veggies and berries put into a stinking capsule or a gummy. Like, it doesn't get any more basic than that. It's not full of fillers and artificial sweeteners and caffeine to jack you up and then some depressant that's going to slow you down. It's food. And when you give your body what God intended for you to eat from the beginning, yes, we've made it a lot more convenient. You don't have to worry about eating a flavor of something that you don't like. But frankly, if you had to do it from the actual source, people just aren't going to get the recommended servings. We just made it convenient and more affordable. So it's an incredible product. The company and the business are second to none. They are absolutely 100% as gold standard as our products are. But the third thing that most people never see coming when they start this is the community of friendships and supportive people that come along with it. And I can truly say to you, even though Juice Plus is not a religious company, it is not one that's foundation is on that. I have yet to meet a single person that's not a godly woman or a godly man. And it is an incredible part of my life. I've been through some pretty tough stuff. And it's the community of people with Juice Plus that have pulled me out of it over the last 5 years. And I and Rachel, we are just excited to lock arms with other people to be able to help them really grow and see what their God-given purpose really is. It's just an amazing thing. And I think especially, I know we've got Parker on here, but for women especially, it's not very often that you can surround yourself by women who truly want to see you succeed, who truly celebrate your wins and are sad by your sorrows. You know, women can sometimes be pretty stinking brutal, and that is not the case in this company whatsoever. Our team is called The Journey, because what we are doing right now is we are really all on a journey, not only to inspire healthy living, but just to be better versions of ourselves and to be better and help each other be better versions of each other. And it's an amazing gift that we have to offer. So I just want to thank everybody for being on here tonight, or maybe you're watching the recording. If anything at all came of interest to you, if you're like, you know what, I do need to give this a try. And really, it's whether you have a big health concern or if you just know you're not eating right. It doesn't have to be something detrimental in your life that you're trying to combat. It's just life that we're trying to do better. If there's a product at all that you want to talk more about, if you work out and you're thinking, you know what, I'm already doing a protein, but it's whey and I know that's not good for me and it's expensive and it doesn't really taste good, you know, think about switching it over, because ours is completely plant-based and absolutely incredibly delicious. Just talk to Rachel about it, ask her some questions, and she will get the answers to you. And if you're looking at a way to supplement your income, either by a little or a whole lot, we can help you with that as well. So thanks for being on here tonight. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. And I'm going to stop the recording. And if you have any questions, feel free to stay on and we will answer those for you.